Man, you ever been to Universal Studios, the theme park? No, I haven't. Ah, dang. Why? What's so important about it? Well, you see, I was gonna do a video about Epic Universe and its potential implication on the Disney parks, and I was hoping that you'd know all about it because I've never been to Universal. I mean, no, I haven't been. I mean, you should know that, right? Because I'm you from the past. So everything that you've done, I have either yet to do or have already done myself. So if I've been to Universal Studios, you would have known that. Wait, at what point do you become me? I believe it was in that, the Truth About Offhand Disney video we put up a while ago. It was that one. Oh, yeah. That's right. So, Universal video? So first let me get a couple things out of the way. I have never been to a Universal park in my life. Here is my basic understanding of the broad strokes of Universal parks. You have the Harry Potter lands, which are pretty great, pretty immersive, super well done by Scott Trowbridge, the guy who did Galaxy's Edge, so they have to be good. You have The Mummy, which is also amazing. And then you have Poseidon's Fury, also another really fun one. I mean, I like physical set shows more than anyone. And then you also have just the rest of the park, the simulators and the boring ones. Like I said, those are the broad strokes from an outsider looking in. Me, a Disney fan who's never been to Universal before. You have what Universal is good at. Those three different kinds of attractions. The Mummy, Harry Potter, or Simulator. They certainly don't have any living with the lands, I'll tell you that right off the bat. Oh, this video is gonna be so fun. I tried to be really well informed, but this is Universal. I have no idea what's going on over there. Oh, and Horror Nights. I can't forget Halloween Horror Nights, which is something Universal has above Disney in every way, shape, and form, okay? I hear nothing but good things year in and year out about Horror Nights. I need to go. And that's what this video brings me to next. I need to go. I think I really want to go see Universal. I want to go see what all the talk is about. I want to go see what Scott Trowbridge did before he was getting my hopes up about the People Mover. You know, that sort of thing. I'm not opposed to going to Universal. Every time I'm in the area, I'm usually at a Disney park instead. There's one thing, though, that is going to get me to go to Universal Studios Orlando specifically, and that, my friends, is a little theme park that they recently announced, being a couple years ago, called Epic Universe. That's right. Universal Orlando is opening their third park, and make sure to talk to them about the whole IP thing, okay? Yeah, I actually just got into that. They have a lot of cool properties that they're making lands for. Now, people get on Disney about using IP all the time, right? Galaxy's Edge is IP. Avengers Campus is IP. Epic Universe looks like it's going to be mostly, if not all, completely IP. So, I mean, you gotta criticize them evenly on that account. That's a car.
And we are learning some new details tonight about the newest Universal park called Epic Universe.
I do think this is a definite sign that Universal thinks it's time to put on the gas.
After COVID created some slowdowns for business at Universal Studios, theme park experts say the company's putting the pedal to the metal when it comes to hiring back staff and making sure the parks capitalize off post-pandemic pent-up demand. That means allowing full capacity for guests and getting back to work on Universal's Epic Universe. Some details revealed today at Credit Suisse's investor conference about Universal's massive new park.
It will include properties from DreamWorks, Nintendo, both of which we knew about.
Did you just say Nintendo?
And Illuminations, which we did not previously know about.
Oh, they're bringing it back. That's really cool. Interesting it would switch not only parks, but also corporations. Disney just gave Universal Illuminations. That's fine.
And Universal CEO says the park should be opening in, quote, a couple of years.
Okay, so we know about Illumination, which I'm assuming is just going to be more Minions because that's what Universal loves to push on us nowadays. And by us, I mean you, because I have little to no investment in the Universal parks. I'm offhand Disney, baby, not offhand Universal. But what really has me interested in all of this as a non-Universal, non-Harry Potter fan is Super Nintendo World, because I am, as some of you may know, a bit of a gamer. And what I've seen from Universal Tokyo's Super Nintendo World, it looks amazing. The Mario Kart ride, all of the restaurants and the little magic bands that they're not magic bands, but they're magic bands that you get to do games all around the land, and most importantly, the crown jewel of Super Nintendo World at both Orlando and Tokyo, its very own People Mover. That's right, Disneylanders, you guys don't get a People Mover, but Universal, we do. I mean, they do. I mean, I'm one of you, I'm a Disney person. And honestly, as someone who only goes to Disney, if Universal's plan was to attract some of those people over with Nintendo, with Epic Universe, I think their plan is working. You see, every time I've been in the air, there we go, perfect. Fixed it, all is right with the world again. Everything else is just a side attraction. It's that Yoshi People Mover I really need to go there for. Pandora/Galaxy's Edge was an answer to Harry Potter over at Universal, for example. You see, when Universal announced that they were building a brand new theme park based off of their currently existing one in Hollywood, which eventually became Disney MGM Studios, which opened in 1989. Coincidentally, almost exactly 1 year before Universal Studios, they both suspiciously had a backlot tram tour, and Universal even got to utilize the skill and really kind of competed with Hollywood Studios there for a while, not the wider Walt Disney World Resort. It couldn't even hold a candle to the Magic Kingdom Epcot.
We're here in Dumbledore's office set at Leavesden Studios, a very special place, to make a very special announcement today. And we, with our partners at Warner Brothers, have been working on a very exciting project of our own.
We get new attractions, and we get new fun things to do and experience while we're there because they want to one-up each other, if that makes sense. To make more money, obviously, but, I mean, isn't that the whole point? So now we have this brand new third park for Universal. Universal's Hollywood Studios, you could say. Epic Universe coming up, and people are wondering how Disney's going to respond to this. And that brings me, my friends, all the way back a couple of weeks, I should say, to D23. This timeline was released by Josh D'Amaro at the end of the panel on Sunday, the last day of D23, and to be completely honest, it keeps me up at night. This is a full timeline of what they announced at D23 Expo, and it only runs through 2024. And curiously enough, Epic Universe is due to open in summer of 2025. The only thing they didn't really give a release date on, I guess release date like it's a movie or a video game, a opening date on, was the Blue Sky stuff, the stuff behind Big Thunder Mountain. You know, you ever wonder what's behind Big Thunder Mountain? Also the Moana/Zootopia expansions for Dino, I guess not an expansion, Dino Land's gonna probably go away. These expansions/rethemes are all very, very early on in development, if they're in development at all, and I think the soonest we can plan to hear news about this, whether they decide to go forward with this plan, change it, or just completely cancel it, will be at D23 in 2 more years, 2024, which I guess is the end of the timeline, which would make sense. So I think we need to wait, honestly, to see Disney's response to Epic Universe. Wait 2 years, and then if D23 2024 is a disaster, then we can start to worry. Then we can start to sort of rag on Disney. So what would Disney's response to Epic Universe be? I think a lot of people's train of thought would follow the logic that if Harry Potter opened, that was a brand new hyper-immersive land. We got Galaxy's Edge, which is a brand new hyper-immersive land. When Universal was building their first theme park, which was based on the making of movies with a tram tour, Disney opened their own theme park with the making of movies and a tram tour. So logic stands to reason that if Universal is opening a brand new state-of-the-art theme park, Disney is... Sorry folks, Disney's not going to be opening a 5th gate. While that train of logic absolutely makes sense if you look at patterns of the past, I think Disney is over making new parks and would instead just rather focus on improving and expanding their existing theme parks. This goes also for both Disneyland and Walt Disney World. Think Disneyland Forward. Disneyland Forward is not a brand new 3rd gate like most people, including me, were thinking when they first announced it. No, it's instead just an expansion to Disneyland California Adventure and Downtown Disney. So it's not a 3rd gate? No. Okay, weird. Well, when does it open? Nobody knows. Anywhere from like 5 to 30 years? Alright, well, that's a very, very long time. Do we know what attractions are gonna be in there? Is it gonna have like a brand new, a Black Panther ride, like Wakanda? Nobody knows. There's stuff in the concept art, but it's all very, very vague in Blue Sky. Oh. Huh. Will a Zootopia and Moana Miniland expansion complete with a log flume and then an expansion to Frontierland with Coco and Kanto and the villains attractions in there somewhere, somehow, be enough to compete with Epic Universe? I honestly think it depends on who you ask. I read a lot of posts and threads on the internet about this very topic. Not just Twitter, by the way, and I noticed that a lot more locals, people who live in the Orlando area, say that Disney will need to catch up with Epic Universe. They will need to do something big because everybody will be going to Epic Universe instead. but I don't think this is true. The situation now is the same situation that existed back in the 1990s. People fly or travel from all over the world to visit Orlando to go to Walt Disney World. They do Universal on the side, which as a byproduct makes Universal Studios more of a locals park. And so yes, people who can go to theme parks at the drop of a hat will gravitate more toward Epic Universe rather than Walt Disney World for a time. Locals aren't really Disney's target demographic, at least in Orlando. Disneyland, that's a completely different story. I don't even know what would happen over there if they decided to open an Epic Universe. That would just, Disney would have to open a third gate, right? I mean, if it were possible. But don't get me wrong, don't misunderstand me here. This is not me saying that Epic Universe isn't going to light a fire under Disney's ass, okay? I think we all know, even Disney knows that they have to respond to it in some way. Whether or not we've seen that already, whether or not it's just the small blue sky stuff they showed at D23, I don't know. Only Bob knows. But now it's time for my opinion, because I know that's why you all come here, right? That's why you all watch my videos? No. Okay, well, anyway, I think Disney is going to do something. I think they are planning something in response, I should say, to Epic Universe. What that is, I don't think it's going to be the blue sky stuff they announced. I think it's going to be something similar, if not a bit bigger. Maybe an expansion to Magic Kingdom. Maybe an expansion to Hollywood Studios or Animal Kingdom. Epcot is perfect as she is right now. She doesn't need any attention. And I'm saying that unironically. I love Epcot. Look at my shirt. But I do think Disney does have something planned. Not a fifth gate, but they are going to respond in some way with something amazing. And I just am excited for what D23 2024 has to offer. I know I said that for 2022, and we all know what happened then. But gosh dang it, I always have hope. And maybe that's naive of me. Maybe I shouldn't have hope, but I'm always looking forward to what Disney does next. Even though they might have hit a rough patch here or there, I'm excited, and I hope you are too. Listen, man, I am just waiting here for Disneyland to announce their new annual pass program, okay? It's gotta be good, right? I mean, Genie Plus was kind of a disappointment, but if they allow us to add it on for a flat fee, that'll be great. I'm excited for what they replace the annual pass program with. Oh yeah, they do that. They announce a replacement. It's good, right? Tell me it's good. Tell me it's good. Please tell me it's good. Listen, man, this was fun. I had a good time staying with you, talking Disney, talking the future, talking the past, but I think I gotta return to my own time now. Yeah, sure. People are starting to freak out that I'm missing. I just gotta return right to the second that I left, and then nobody will know I was ever gone. So, just be careful out there, all right? You don't know how many of us are out there. Hey, you know what, buddy? You take care of yourself as well. It was fun having you. Hey, what's up, guys? Dallin Prime said we were meeting up in this dimension. What's going on? What's the mission? Oh, great. Not good. Another one. Whoa. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the end card for what may prove to be one of my most controversial videos of all time. You know, it's Universal versus Disney. A lot of people get heated about it, but I actually am looking forward to going when Epic Universe is open, truthfully. If you're new around here, why not hit that like button and the subscribe button if you want to see more videos of me talking about Universal, just sort of in general, passingly. It won't be the last, for sure. I will be covering Epic Universe a little bit, I'm not going to become offhand Universal or anything. But I think it'd be fun to see my first Universal impressions in just like a single video. A massive thank you to all of my supporters over at patreon.com/offhanddisney. Of course, being a patron gets you exclusive early access to videos, sometimes a day in advance, sometimes more. Also, if you want more Offhand Disney that isn't just YouTube videos, be sure to follow me on all of my social medias. That's Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I am at Offhand Disney at all of those places. And of course, I can't end this video without talking about Foolish Mortals, the podcast that I co-host with my good friend Disney Dan over at his Twitch channel, Submarine Canteen. The link will be in the description down below. We talk about the Haunted Mansion, we talk about other Disney-related news segments and whatnot. More so the Haunted Mansion now that we're getting into this spookier time of year. But it's a lot of fun. We stream it mostly every single Friday. We would love for you to stop by, say hi, and chat with us a little. And that's gonna have to be it for this video. Thank you all for watching. Like I said, I'm a bit uneducated when it comes to Universal. I hope I wasn't too disparaging of it, but I was just trying to, you know, recite the facts that I knew. And of course, I can't wait to have you all by my side when I experience it for the very first time once Epic Universe opens and I can finally ride that Yoshi People Mover. That's all that matters, and that's all that will ever matter to me. Thank you all so much for watching, and be sure to tune in next week. Also, be sure to tune in at the end of the month for a special Halloween episode of Offhand Disney. Yeah, that's right. I'll see you all a little later.